Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, hustlers, makers, and content creators, welcome to the only live stream on planet Earth dedicated to mobile content creators and mobile YouTubers. That's you. Today I'm answering your mobile creator and mobile YouTuber questions. If you do have a question, head down to the description. I've got a link down there. Please drop your question in that form. It's going to help me keep everything nice and tidy, and it's going to make sure that I see your question because the chat gets moving fast. And if you're watching this on the replay, you can just leave a comment under the video and I'll be coming back to answer your questions there. How is everybody doing? How is everyone? The gang is starting to pour in here. What is going on? What is going on outdoors with Eric, Flash in your pan, Tim Yancey, Josephine is here. How's it going, everybody? All things now, RTL Roger. Hey, Leela, how's it going? Doll, how are you? Super Dave USA, La Titan, Casey, Laundry, Doug Houston, YT, holding it down, of course, as the mod with the biggest hammer in the room. Roger Wakefield, how's it going, brother? Nice to see you. The gang's all here. The gang is all here. Let me turn this music down. So today, as always, today's show is sponsored by TubeBuddy, #1 browser plugin and growth app for YouTubers. Link in the description below if you don't have this, but I know you already do. But in case you don't, it's going to help you get your tags together, help you get your titles together. And on the desktop side, it can even help you choose between thumbnails to tell you which thumbnails are going to get the best clicks, which thumbnails can bring you most subscribers. It's an A/B testing feature. That alone is worth the price of upgrading for TubeBuddy. Hey, Adventure Girl Paula, how you doing? Hope you are doing well. I'm going to go ahead and peek into the questions here because I'm not going to be streaming, and I know I say this every single time, but I'm not going to stream for a long time today. So it's going to be a fairly short stream. So it's going to be first come, first serve on these questions, and there's hardly any questions in here. So this is, we might wrap this up in about 5 minutes flat. Okay, first question comes from Cody Man. Says, can you look at my channel? I'm not getting enough views. I'm not doing channel reviews today. I owe one person a channel review from last week, but I'm just going to pull it up on the desktop really quick. I'm not going to pull it up on the screen here. I'm just going to give a quick glance. This setup. Yeah, I would say spend a lot of time working on your thumbnails and getting your titles together. That's going to be the best thing. If you're not getting enough views, it's because your titles aren't structured in a way where people can find you. You're going to need better descriptions. And of course, look, building a thumbnail, getting your titles right, getting your description right, it's a skill you got to learn. So you got to put that in. So that's why you're not growing right now. You just haven't acquired all of those skills yet to get the right thumbnails, to get the right clicks and the right titles. They're not bad, but I definitely think you can step it up and do better. Next question. Doken Valkyrie, who says, how do you get more watch time? You get more watch time by making more content. Actually, I'm going to back that up. You get more watch time by making more valuable content that your audience wants to watch. You are currently uploading 5 times per week. So you're pretty much brute force uploading here. Hey, Christina, how you doing? You're brute force uploading here, hoping that just the more you do it, the more it's going to work. What I would recommend is slow down a little bit. Slow down, and instead of uploading, 5 or 6 times a week like you're currently doing, maybe do 1 or 2 uploads a week, but make them really, really good. Edit them really well. Spend a lot of time putting your thumbnail together. Spend a lot of time crafting a really good title. I know you're a gamer. Look, this is hard as a gamer. Gamers, go ahead and represent as we always do. #gamer if you're a gamer. You guys know it's hard. Gaming is hard, right? There are it's all hard. None of this is easy, but some niches are more difficult than others, and gaming is one of the things. Music is another. Roger Wakefield says quality over quantity. Exactly. Every single time. Brute force uploading is not the answer. Slow down and put up quality. That's going to get you there further than brute force uploading. Hey, Matt Hayes, how's it going? Sam B, how are you doing? Nice to see you in here. Next, hold on here. How do you get more watch time? Oh, back up to quality content. If you're making videos that people want to watch, if you're making gameplay that's interesting, you've edited it really well, you're entertaining, people will watch more. So yeah, quality. I could have just said quality. Sam B says, I have 10 subscribers. Right on, dude. Congratulations. Is it a good idea to separate types of videos I do on my channel into playlists like a TV show series? Okay, Sam. So here's the thing, and this applies to everyone in the chat right here, right now. You want to build a binge-worthy channel. That means that you want people to watch one video and then they finish that video and you want them to watch another video. So yes, if you can build out videos in a playlist, that's the whole idea of a playlist. Show of hands by yes or no. How many people in the chat right now use hashtags? I'm a little bit, you know what? I haven't had enough coffee today. That's what it is. I haven't had coffee in like 6 hours. I'm way overdue. How many people are using playlists? If you're using playlists, type in yes right now. If you're not, type in no. And if you're typing in no, you need to figure out why you're not using playlists, because you want to get users to watch one video, then watch the next video, and watch the next video. Of course, it doesn't always work out that way, but it's important that you make relevant content. So when you're putting together a content strategy, think in terms of binge watching. I'm going to make this video here. I'm going to make video A. Then what would be the logical video after A to create video B? So when they finish A, they might want to watch video B and then on to video C. That's the idea of a playlist. I'm going to jump into the chat and see if you guys, first of all, there's a good handful of gamers. RTL Rager, since you've been in here the entire time, you know that I said there's a link in the description below. Put your question in there. And that was your one chance to catch my attention in the chat, and you blew it by being a crybaby. So don't know what to tell you. Hey, Vigard, what's going on? Hey, hi, D. Can't pronounce your name. I think you got some Japanese writing in there. Ouch, Midnight Madness. Hey, Mini Robust YT, how's it going? Good night. Christina, how are you doing? Hey, where did I see? Green Zebra Gardening, how are you? Good morning. Okay, so some people are using playlists. Dawes' playlists are the best. Some people are just kind of like, yeah. Again, if you're not using playlists, here's all the tools that YouTube gives us. They give us cards, which is hard for mobile users. You have to go in, you have to put your browser in desktop mode to access Classic Studio. Can't do it in Studio Beta right now on your phone. So you've got cards, you've got end screens, you've got playlists, you've got pinned comments. These are all things that these are tools that YouTube gives us to get more views. And the more you can connect relevant content with each other, the more views you're going to get on future videos, on past videos in your library. Think of it as building out a spider web of binge-worthy content. A spider web. Thanks, Doug. Hey, Isaac, how you doing, man? Dow says, I use cards and end screens, playlists, pinned comments. I'm doing everything. There you go. That's all you can do. All you can do is do everything. Then once you're doing all of those other things on all of your videos, then come back and start focusing on the titles, start focusing on the thumbnails, right? You start checking the boxes. Okay, well, I'm doing this stuff. Now I got to go do this stuff. I'm so hyped. Right on, Mini Rhombus. I thought you said good night. Hey, Regina's Hair Salon. How are you doing? And by the way, give this a thumbs up. Give this a thumbs up if you like hanging out in the live stream here, and give it a thumbs down if you don't. It's all engagement either way. I'm a big boy. I can handle it. All right, next video is from Matt Hayes. He says, my channel has flatlined recently because now that the season has started, the big creators in my niche have started posting again. Should I try to make different content to stand out, or should I continue doing what has proven to work for them and slowly build my following? So you're a sports channel and you're worried about competing with larger channels. So you have to do what I do. My channel is geared towards mobile creators, mobile YouTubers, mobile creators. But there are some things within the mobile niche that I don't go after because I will get buried by larger channels. Now, eventually down the road, when I have more channel authority, maybe I can go after those things. But if I go after very basic iPhone terms or very basic Android terms, or if I start to do phone releases, you know, hey, there's a new phone that came out, this is whatever model this is, there are so many larger channels that would just dominate. Now, that doesn't mean that I couldn't rank for them. There is a tactic. Hey, Car Galaxy Studio, there is a tactic for this, and let me know if you use this. One thing that you can do as a creator, even as a smaller creator, if you find, and it doesn't always work, but sometimes it does, if you can find a video that has a title and a description and everything's doing well in that video and it's rising, you're like, wow, this is actually, views are still coming in on this, right? This video is successful. Sometimes, if your video is actually good and your thumbnail is good, if you write the same title and the description is somewhat similar, sometimes you can get recommended as the next video from that video. So somebody finishes watching that video, or not even while they're finishing, but if you're watching on a desktop, it might show up in the sidebar and recommend your video as something to watch next. Again, it doesn't always work that way, but I've had a couple of videos where I've been able to piggyback on videos that were kind of shooting or growing or exploding, and I've been able to ride that. It's a tactic a lot of larger channels use. Try it, see if it works out for you. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Hey, Elite Master 24, how you doing? I'm gonna jump into the chat here just for a second, see what you guys are saying. Ronaldo Games, how you doing, man? Eric Waite says, I just tweeted on Twitter. Eric Waite Whiskey Studies is watching D. Nimmin live now. Man, thank you. High five. The wolf, my channel is dying. What should I do? That's a vague question, man. Like, I would have to look at your analytics to see how your channel is dying. If you're only getting 20 views on a video and now you're down to 15 views on a video and you upload once a month, but I would have to see everything that's going on with your channel. Anytime you ask somebody, hey, my channel's doing this, my channel's doing that, all we can do on the surface is just give you kind of best practices, but without looking at your actual analytics, it's hard to give you a detailed thing of why your channel is doing this or why your channel is doing that. Hey, I can't even pronounce your name. Hates, maybe X8s. Turtle Creativity, how are you doing? I hope you're having a wonderful day. Scully's in the house. How you doing, Scully? Next question. Oh, I didn't even finish answering your question. Should you try to make different content? I would do both. I would make content that you're normally doing, and I would try to do exactly what I said. Find those larger videos on the larger channels. Try to wedge yourself in there, and then I would make other videos and cover things that they're not covering. So if they're doing wide sports and kind of vague covering the game or whatever sport it is, look for little niches in there. Look for a niche within a niche. Try to go in that way. Weasel your way in. It's pretty much how I built my channel. You got to look for those. You got to look for those ways to get in. You got to look for audiences that aren't getting served, and then you have to serve them. And that's the great thing about TubeBuddy, the keyword research tool. They don't have this on mobile, but they do have this on the desktop version. So if you do have a desktop computer or a laptop, put this in, link in the description below if you don't have it already. Learn how to use a keyword explorer because it can help you find those little places to get in. Next question. This one comes from, man, sorry, I can't pronounce your name, but something core. You're also uploading 5 days a week. Man, that's a grind, 5 days a week. How long does it take for the average YouTuber to get 1,000? I can't answer that question because every single creator in this chat right now, every single creator on the platform, we all grow at a different rate. And not only do we grow at a different rate, but the video that you upload tomorrow could completely change the trajectory of your channel. You might upload one video, it's always said everybody's one video away from massive success. And that's true. You don't know what that next video is going to do. You might have one video that just you might have a viral video tomorrow or next week, or tomorrow YouTube might pick up one of your early videos for whatever reason, because YouTube likes to do that, and it might start to promote that video, and that video could take off. Most of my larger videos that are driving the majority of the watch time and views and subscribers to my channel, they're generally older videos. I build the majority of my content for search. What I'm basically doing is I'm planting seeds inside of YouTube. I know when I release some of these videos, I know, okay, out of the gate, they're probably not, hey, Jay Littman, how's it going? I know that those videos are not going to do particularly well as soon as they're published, but I know over time, because I've kind of figured out my system, what works for my type of content. And I know that over time, YouTube will eventually give those a lift. And that's how it ends up driving traffic and views and subscribers to my channel. El Jefe is in the house. What's up, Jeff? 30-day reviews. Justin, man, I didn't forget about you. I've just been incredibly, incredibly busy. Blue-Eyed Tech, what's up? He says, with every upload, you are just one upload closer to blowing up. Yeah, that's the truth. You never know. You never know. I mean, every single channel that succeeds always started somewhere, and they always had a tipping point. There's that one video somewhere that just skyrocketed, right? Or a series of videos. Regina says, I love the new guidelines for YouTubers. Yeah, if you're talking about the copyright changes, that's pretty big news. I mean, it takes away the power of people who are giving false claims against your videos. But yeah, I think it's good. Sweeney Dunstan, there you are. Hope you're finished driving. All right, next question. And I just opened the wrong folder here. Real quick, New Life Married Again says, getting to 100 is hard. How many people in here struggled to get your first 100 subscribers? Type in yes if you also struggle to get your first 100 subscribers, because getting your first 100 subscribers is tough. Your first 100 is tough. Your first 1,000 is tough. 10,000 is tough. All of this is tough, but when you're just getting started, getting that ball rolling, getting that momentum building, the idea of a snowball starting off small at the top of a hill, and as it rolls, it starts to accumulate size, right? And it rolls a little faster, it gets a little bit bigger as it rolls down the hill. Same thing applies to YouTube, and it takes a while. Hey, Gmail Ollie, how you doing? It takes a while. Deep, what's up, brother? It takes a while to get that ball rolling unless you end up with a viral video. If you hit a viral video, like the van girl with the snake, you're off and running, right? She's set. If she continues as is, she's probably set. But for everybody else in the trenches slugging it out, you got to get the ball rolling. And yes, it's hard. It's really hard. And you can tell, I bet there's going to be a lot of yeses in here. Oh, who just dropped a super chat? Who was that? Pauline Newman. So nice to see you. I'm glad you could stop by. She says, hey, D, just showing love. Get yourself a lovely cup of coffee. Thank you, Pauline. I am under caffeinated today. I thought about juicing up before I came in, but I was like, you know what? I want to sleep tonight. Hey, Daisy Noib, how are you doing? Next question here. And guys, there's plenty of questions available. Like I said, I'm only streaming for a limited amount of time, and there's probably a good handful that can still get tacked onto this. Next question comes from LOSMI, however you pronounce your name. How can I add a face cam without lag? I use Mobizen. Are there any other good apps? Okay, face cam, I think you can use a Z Recorder, if I'm not mistaken. If you still have DU Recorder, I've heard that they've removed it from the store. I haven't looked myself. And you might be able to do it with Omelet Arcade. The problem that people have with screen recorders and live streaming when they have lag, there's a couple of things that happen. One, your upload speed might be too slow to stream, and that could be causing the lag. You can download a speed test app, or if you're on a desktop, you can go to speedtest.net, and you can just hit go, and it's going to give you an upload speed, and it's going to give you a download speed. The upload speed is what's important when you are trying to stream on any platform. If you have a poor upload speed, a slow upload speed, your internet's going to be slow. It's the actual stream itself is going to appear to be laggy. Now, the next thing that happens, and this happens a lot with mobile creators, is your device isn't powerful enough to run the settings that you're trying to run. So if you're trying to do a face cam, maybe you're gaming, or maybe you're doing reaction videos, and maybe you're going up at 1080p, and maybe you have the bit rate set to something really high and you find that it's laggy, what you're going to have to do is maybe knock it down the resolution to 720p, maybe lower the bit rate. You're going to have to go into the settings and find your sweet spot so your phone doesn't lag. Not all phones are created equal, unfortunately. Sometimes you get what you pay for. Well, not actually, most of the time you get what you pay for. So if you're lagging, it's probably because your phone can't handle it, and or your internet speed is slow. Beanie Draws, what is going on? Nice to see you in here, Beanie. Beanie, so are you gonna hang out in Australia, Beanie? We get to meet the Beanie. Deep leaves a message. He says, it's not, hold on, I'm gonna read this. I'll make sure I can read this publicly. Hold on here. Okay, he says, it's not a question actually, but it's good news in which I wanted to share and celebrate along with you, D. My channel hit 1,000 subscribers recently, and I want to thank you as well for your help, support, and advice. Thank you very much. Respect and fist bump. Guys, can we all write congratulations for Deep? He just hit 1,000 subscribers. We were just talking about how hard it was to hit your first 100 and how hard it is to hit that 1,000. Congratulations, brother. Nice to see that. Let it go. Spread. Share the love. That's awesome, man. It's all downhill from here. And you know what's crazy is, like, when you hit those milestones, you hit the 100, you hit the 1,000, then you're like, you hit 5,000, right? The 5, for me, I don't know why, but 5,000, like, you get in your brain, like certain milestones that are bigger than others. They're not really, but like you know, like 4,000, it's like cool, I hit 4,000, but for me it was like 5,000. Wow, that's a lot. 6,000, it's like I mean, you appreciate it, but 5,000 was bigger to me mentally, and I have no idea why that happens. But 10,000, you're like, wow. You know, like yesterday, I guess I hit 46,000. I'm like, cool, I appreciate that, thank you. But like 50 is going to be like, I'm going to party, right? And I don't know why that happens. There's something mentally that happens because all of them are a lot, right? Whatever it is, 1,000, 12,000, whatever. It's all huge. The iWizard says 25 subs here and working hard. Man, if you can get 25, you can get 50. If you can get 50, you can get 500. You just got to keep putting in the work, man. X8s, don't know how to pronounce your name, says, should I do collabs with big YouTubers? Hey, AD guy, when you think about collabs, don't think of collabs like I need to do a collab with a big YouTuber so that I can get subscribers. A lot of people approach this wrong. What you want to do is you want to build relationships with other people in your niche to where you can share an audience and each of you provide value to each other. If you have a really small channel, it's not like they're going to, I mean, most large, it depends on how large you're asking, right? Like if you ask somebody who's really large, hey, I want to collab with you, you would have to be able to bring something to their audience of massive value in order to get on their channel. Also, you need to make sure that the content quality, the production quality is on par with the people that you're reaching out to. I mean, there's like, for example, if I want to do a collaboration with someone and, you know, I want to put them on my channel or vice versa, you have to make sure, because the audience is for each channel, they're used to a certain level of information and knowledge and a certain level of content production quality. So you want to make sure you're on par with that. You want to make sure you provide massive amounts of value, but don't just approach it towards, hey, I want to work with a big YouTuber so I can get views and get subscribers. That's a bad way to go. And larger YouTubers, they see that when newer YouTubers are reaching out, hey, I want to collab with you. I want to collab with you. Give me a shout out. You see what that's for. You know what they're trying to do, but it all comes back to how can you provide massive amounts of value to the other channel, whatever the size. The bigger they are, the more value you're going to have to add. So think about, okay, what can I provide their audience? That's how you go forward with that. Dow says, I just hit 130 subscribers. Awesome. This channel is slowly but surely growing. Yeah, as long as you're moving, that's the thing. Even if you're moving slow, the fact is you are moving. Hey, Fin Dominator, how's it going? The Sea Unicorn, how are you? El Jefe says, everyone wants that shortcut without putting in the work. Brother, amen. He says, I know from experience, we need to refocus and work on ourselves and our own content first. Man, absolutely, Jeff. Absolutely. Like, and I'm going to go on this for a minute because I see this a lot on Facebook and Twitter and Reddit. You have people who are just getting started. And okay, here's the weird thing. On one hand, you can say subscribers don't count, right? Like views matter, community matters, that sort of thing. Watch time matters. The impact that you're making matters. Like if you've got 1,000 subscribers or 5,000 subscribers, that really isn't that big of a deal in terms of, you know, approaching someone to do a collaboration. The biggest thing, don't think in terms of numbers, think in terms of value. I have to keep harping on value because it doesn't get through to a lot of people. Value, 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 value. And when you get known as someone who can bring it, you get known as someone who provides massive amounts of value, doors are going to open up for you. Doors you didn't even think would ever open. Those doors will open because you're known as someone who brings value. Always be adding value. Always AAV, always add value. Is that right? Always add value. AAV. That's what we're going to do. Hashtag AAV, always add value. Thank you, Nell. Driven Trucking, how you doing, man? Gmail Lolly says, Gmail Lolly, did I hear a rumor that you might be going to Vid Summit? Did I hear that? She says, I'm at 495 subscribers today. Woo, you're going to hit 500 soon. I'm so happy. That's awesome. Yeah, 495 people. That's a lot of people. Imagine if you walked outside, you put up a box, a little soap box, and you stood on top of that box and you started talking about whatever it is you talk about on your channel. Imagine if 495 people gathered around you to listen to what you had to say. That's pretty rad. Congratulations. Regina's Hair Salon. Are you going to Vid Summit too? I know Roger's going to Vid Summit. If you guys are going to Vid Summit, type in Vid Summit right now. I'm curious who's going. I'm so excited to meet some of you. I know I got to hang out with Roger last time. I know Doug is going to go. I know Beanie Draws is going. So I'm excited to meet some of you guys in real life off the interwebs. Hey, Debbie J, how's it going? She says, building a business is a lot like going to the gym. You don't get strong or toned overnight. It takes serious work over time, right? It takes a lot of work. It takes diet. It takes discipline. You got to show up and do it when you don't want to do it, right? Those are all the things that it takes to get into shape. YouTube is no different. That's right. Christina is going. Jay Littman says, maybe. Adventure Girl Paula, cool, you're going. Regina says, I got to go. Yes, you got to go. Holy cow, A Light Motion is in the house. How's it going, everybody? A Light Motion. I'm going to bend a knee, A Light Motion. I'm going to moderate you. You don't actually have to moderate. I just want to draw attention to your name. Guys, if you are looking for an app that animates, it's currently on Android. iOS is coming. If A Light Motion, go ahead and say something. Say, hey. If you guys want an amazing app that will animate, you can create intros with it. You can actually edit with it. As soon as they say something here, go check it. There they are. As soon as they say something, there you go. A Light Motion, you can actually drop it. Now that you're a moderator, you can drop a link to your own channel. Go ahead and do that because you guys have an amazing app and more people need to know about it. Yeah, there are. Who's actually running this one right now? Is this Doug or is this Matthew? Yeah, Beanie. This is Beanie. Actually, Beanie, this is right up your alley. Yeah, go ahead. Drop a link in there, man. Yeah, amazing app. Amazing app. It's Doug. It's rare to come across apps where you're like, this is a really cool app. Like this is a super useful app. This is one of those apps. A little bit hard to get your head around it because it's a robust app. But once you do, man, you can even make thumbnails with it. You can make YouTube thumbnails with it. You can edit your videos. You can make intros. You can make outros, whatever you want. Animations, it's dope. There it is. There it is. I know, Doug, you're going, man. So we got 2 Dougs in here right now. All right, going on to the next question. By the way, another congrats, Adit, man. You're working hard. Ronaldo Games. How to get subscribers fast. You don't get subscribers fast. You make content over and over and over. You make content for people. You got to know who your audience is, right? And you got to, who do I want to make content for? Then you're going to make a ton of content for those people. Great thumbnails, great titles, great description. You got to show up. You got to put in the work. There is no fast. Fast doesn't happen. I mean, every now and then, you get the girl in the van with the albino snake subs fast, but you're probably not one of those people. You don't get subs fast. I'm sorry. There's no fast anything. How do I lose weight fast? How do I build muscle fast? You don't. You got to diet. You got to put in the work. How do I speak a second language? A light motion, you can probably learn a second language fast, but everybody else in here, you got to put in the work and you got to learn how to do that stuff. It all takes work. There is no fast. There is no fast. Popcorn versus Candy says, do you recommend TubeBuddy over vidIQ? All right, well, I'm biased on this one, but I'll be totally honest with you. Both of them are great tools. But TubeBuddy does sponsor this stream, and TubeBuddy is a very important part of my process for coming up with titles. I use the Keyword Explorer tool for every single video that I do. A video does not go up online unless I first run it through the Keyword Explorer. And my process is a bit like this. I start in YouTube, and I start typing in things in YouTube, and the drop-down menu comes up, and it shows what people are actually searching for. Once I find a couple of ideas, I put them into TubeBuddy. Keyword Explorer. Okay, well, how does TubeBuddy rank me for this? And then I'll move on to vidIQ. And then I actually move on to Morning Fame. I have a whole process. I use all of them. They're all tools. They're all amazing tools. I use them all. And then once all of these tools say, okay, this is pretty good, then that's the title that I run with. Green Zebra Gardening says, A Light Motion downloading on my Chromebook. How can I be in the beta for iOS? Yep, get on that, man. I'm looking forward to iOS. Adeep says the only thing that happens fast is being a fool for asking such questions. Let him have it, Adeep. No, look, there are no bad questions. It's just a lot of people come in with the expectations of, you know, I need to grow fast. I need views fast. I need whatever. It just doesn't work that way. I actually saw today, I was submitting a question over on the YouTube. How is it? It's not a forum. It's like where you type in it's help. It's YouTube help, where you can type in a question and then people answer, and they have like trusted flaggers over there who look. Anyway, I was browsing through the questions, video ideas, right? Video ideas. Somebody actually left a question for YouTube that said they've been uploading for a year and none of their videos have went viral yet. Please fix this problem because other channels have gone viral for similar topics. Please fix the problem. Like in their mind, their expectation of what's going to happen on YouTube is completely detached from reality of YouTube. You know, you've been uploading for a year. Why aren't my videos going viral? Sorry. Yeah, it was like, please fix. Yeah, man, we'll just throw that switch, hit that viral button. Hey, Joe, Absent Rule, what's going on, brother? Hope you were doing well. Why am I not going viral? The thing is, if everyone went viral, then there wouldn't be a such thing. If every video was viral, then nobody's going to have a viral video because, right? If it was that easy, everybody would do it, then it wouldn't be viral. There is no viral button, right? If I had the viral button, I would be like dinging it right now. Viral, 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 right? Hard work, man, always. All right, Alpha Mindset says, would you use the YouTube creator to record and edit? I've been using my phone. I downloaded it to the editor, and then I upload it on YouTube. Hold on, let me read it again. Are you asking me would I use the YouTube Creator Studio, like Studio Beta, because they've got an editor built in? Is that what you're asking me? To record and edit? Look, if that's all you have, well, you say you've got a phone. I think you would be better off using your phone personally, because I find that the editor inside of the beta, I find it to be clunky. I wouldn't use that as a main editor. I think if you use, I don't know, you're on Android. So you're on Android, so I would look at something like KineMaster or Power Director. Those are going to be top tier editing apps, but you could also go for something like InShot or Vlogit. You know, those are free. You could also look at Filmora Go. I think you're going to get a lot better quality if you use one of those instead of using the clunky editor inside of YouTube. And I hope I answered that correctly. I hope that was your question. Let me see if you're still in the chat. There it is. Okay, yeah, you're there. I thought so as well. I mean, if you're in a pinch, use it. If that's all you've got, if your phone breaks or somebody takes it, hey, Dr. Stan, how's it going, man? If somebody runs off with your phone and all you have is the editor online, and I didn't even know you can shoot into that. Didn't even know that. But if that's all you got, use it. Make content. Just make the content however you have to make the content. And while Dr. Stan is in the house, you know what time it is, and I realize I just need a sound effect. I need a sound effect for this. So Dr. Stan dropping the meme of the week as he usually does right here. And this is another weird one, and I don't know how I feel about this one, but here we go. Deranged, courtesy of Dr. Stan. Yeah, look at that. Got a little Hannibal Lecter going on. Little, chewing on flesh, if you will. Thank you, Dr. Stan, as always. Much appreciated, brother. I'm looking for Dr. Stan, you are going to Vid Summit, right? Oh, and here comes my intro song again. We're going to turn this down. All right. There we go. How about Deranger? Okay. I love these. If you've never been memed, I didn't get memed until I started doing YouTube. I mean, and that makes sense. But once you start getting memed and people start sending you weird pictures of yourself and like weird cutouts, it's weird. It's cool though. It's cool. It's very cool, and I love it. Keep them coming. But yeah, it's strange, but it's funny. It's really funny. Next question. And by the way, guys, I'm looking in the forum right now. I'm not looking in the chat. So if you do have a question, head down into the description and drop your question in there. There are still plenty of questions to be added to the list. This one comes from Steel Power, who says, how to gain subscribers. You gain subscribers by making valuable content, by making videos that people want to see. Great titles, great thumbnails, great descriptions, great videos. And then once you do get them to your video, You got to ask them to subscribe, but not only ask, you got to give them a reason to subscribe. Tell them the value you're going to give them if they subscribe. What I like to say, I actually change mine up on my videos based on the type of video, but something I might say in my video is, if you want to learn how to be a mobile YouTuber, I won't say consider, I tell them what to do. If you want to learn how to be a mobile YouTuber, go ahead and hit the subscribe button, followed by the notification bell so you don't miss out on future videos. If you want to be a mobile YouTuber, so if they're watching that video and that's what they want, yeah, I want to be a mobile YouTuber. Yeah, I like this video. Yeah, I like what this guy's doing. Subscribe. Always give them a reason. Same with comments. Give them a reason to leave a comment as well. Ask a question. Ask for their opinion. They will give you their opinion. Next question. Okay, this one's tricky. I don't have a kids channel. No one I've worked with personally has had a kid channel, so I can't give you advice on that. I'm just being honest with you. But the question is from Toys, and little Ahmad says, how kids channel can gain subscribers? How do I get views for kids? I'm from Pakistan. I'm getting views from other countries like the UAE, but not from Pakistan. How can I get views from my country? Okay, so let's take the kid aspect out of it. Let me look at your channel really quick on the browser here. So you're in Pakistan and you're not getting views from Pakistan. I'm going to have to first and see what kind of language you are posting this in. Okay, so at a glance, and I'm just pulling up one video here. So what I see is that your title is in English, and I see your description or lack of description is in English. So the first thing that you need to do is you need to learn how to write good keyword-rich descriptions. What I want you to do, Toys of Little Ahmad, is I want you to go to my channel and just go randomly look at my videos. View count doesn't matter. Go look at any of my videos and look at how much text. I'll add like 1, sometimes even 2 paragraphs of text. And I want you to look at my title and see how my title's written. And I want you to see how I'll put my title in the first sentence of every single description. And then look at how I write out the description after that. It's all still keyword rich, and it's different versions of my titles and different keywords that are relevant. As is, what you're basically telling people is, my channel is in English based on the title, and your description is pretty much non-existent. You're just saying like, subscribe, and share. You got to build out your description because that helps to tell YouTube what your video is about. And because you're in English, you're lucky that you're getting anyone from the UAE or Pakistan at all, because you're trying to attract an English market by putting everything in English. If you want Pakistani, I believe that's the correct word. If you want an audience from Pakistan, you got to ask yourself, how many people in Pakistan are searching YouTube videos in English? My gut instinct is probably pretty small. Most people will search YouTube in their native language. So if you want to attract viewers from your own country, you're going to have to post in your own language. Then that leads to the next question. You know, and again, I don't know if your actual video itself is in English or if it's in your own language. I don't know. But if you're speaking in English as well, you've got this targeted all backwards if you're trying to get people from your own country. But then you got to ask yourself, how many people are in my country looking for this particular type of content versus if I do speak in English, my titles are in English, my description is in English, my tags are in English. Now you reach a much larger audience all over the entire world instead of just trying to focus on Pakistan. So that's a choice that you're going to have to make. The Urban Explorer, how's it going, Neil? Isaac's LOL, how you doing? So that's why you're not getting views from Pakistan. You're putting everything in English. You're not doing anything to tell people from Pakistan what your content is about. And that's what you have to do. And if you are speaking in your own language, then and you want to keep everything in English with like your titles and your description, and you want to go for a broader audience, I would recommend adding closed captions to your videos in English. I don't know how well that's going to do for a kids channel, but it's worth a shot. Or if you just want to say, hey, I just want to do everything in my own language, channel art, descriptions, titles, language, tags, everything in your own language. Moving on. Next question. From Pranjali Ingle, sorry on the name. You're on an Android. It says, I need a video editor that does not have watermarks. I've looked at multiple options, KineMaster, Filmora, Adobe, etc. Okay, without watermarks, then I would recommend something like Vlogit. I believe Vlogit does not have a watermark. I mean, if you're looking at stuff like KineMaster, Adobe Rush, those sorts of things, I mean, those are great apps. If you want free, you got to deal with what you got for free. If you want paid, you know, buy KineMaster. But Vlogit's pretty good. Some people have complained that there's some audio syncing issues. Other people say they don't have any problems with it. It's Vlogit. Next question from Green Zebra Gardening, who says, iPhone holder that can rotate from landscape to portrait with a cold shoe. Man, you're asking a lot, aren't you? With a cold shoe for external mic and can attach to a Joby GorillaPod. Okay, you're asking a lot. My favorite, and is it sitting over here? No. Okay, my favorite rotating phone mount. And by the way, I made a video on this. You may have already watched it, Green Zebra Gardening. I have an accessories video that I released maybe a couple weeks ago. It's got a bright yellow thumbnail. And I talk about the Mi Photo 360 Sidekick, right? You put your phone in it, you can turn it back and forth. It does not have a cold shoe, and I haven't found one yet that does have a cold shoe. But what you can do is you can have your Joby grip, you can put that on top of the Joby grip, and you can get like an accessory to stick out between them or screw it into the Mi Photo Sidekick, where you can put a cold shoe into it, because it has screws in there where you can, it has threaded holes in there where you can add different accessories. The Mi Photo 360 Sidekick. Hit me up privately. Hit me up on Twitter or something like that. I can send you some pictures of mine and show you some ideas of how you can connect a microphone to it. I'm going to jump into the chat here just for a little bit and see what I'm missing in the chat. Hey, MG Art, how you doing? He says, with InShot, you can view and add and remove watermarks in InShot. Okay. The Sea Unicorn says, but Vlogit still has some audio platforms. Yeah, here's the thing, like free. If you want free, you have to deal with whatever comes with free. If you want to, you know, pro it up a little bit, not have problems, that's where the paid apps really come in handy. This Bites for you. How's it going? Jake Paul. Wow, Jake Paul's in here. Not the real Jake Paul. Hey, Leron. Guys, can we get a congratulations for Leron who just came in? He just hit 50,000 subscribers today. 50,000 subscribers today. What? That's insane. That came so fast, man. Like, so Leron, and he can probably tell you, well, he can tell you about it more than I can. He had, Leron, correct me if I'm wrong, but you were about at 17,000 subscribers before that video hit. Is that correct? And please correct me if I'm wrong, man. But I think he was around 17,000 subscribers, and he had a video that YouTube, it was like a 4-month-old video. And YouTube is like, hey, we're going to take that video and just give it a ton of love. It got over 1 million views. I don't even know where it's at now, but it got over 1 million views, and it has pushed him from 17,000 something subscribers to 50,000 subscribers in a very short amount of time. Leron, how long has the process been? From 17,000 to 50,000. How long has the process been? And again, this is proof once again that you are one video away, be it a current video or an older video. You are one video away from exploding your channel. It's currently at 1.3 million. It's insane. Wow. Wow, there is a viral button. Yeah, Leron's got it. He's got it. He's got the only one. Yeah, how long did that take, Leron? 2 months, maybe? My brain doesn't, I don't do well with time. It may have been like a month. I don't know. It seemed like a really short time. Leron pressed the viral button. Okay, it was 3 months. So it was 3 months. I was hoping to hit 20,000 by VidCon. It got to 30,000. Right. So 3 months, he went from 17,000 to 50,000. 3 months. One video, right? You're all just one video away from doing this. Future video or an old video, a series of videos. You never know. That's the thing. Like every video that you put up, it's like you pull, I mean, you do the best you can. You do your SEO the best you can. You make the best video that you can. You make the best thumbnail that you can. But you just never know. It's kind of like, you know, going to Vegas and Sitting down at a slot machine, right? Yeah, Leron is killing it. That's right, Roger. That's incredible, man. That's unbelievable growth. And I'm curious to see where it keeps going. He says, once you get the ball, oh, that's a car. Once you get the ball rolling, anything's possible. Yeah. So Leron says, what's interesting is that the rest of the channel that keeps the subs coming. That's why we say niche down. Exactly. Exactly. Guys, if you want to see, actually, there's 2 people in here right now who are just absolute. Actually, there's 3. There's 3 people who are making a killing right now. One is Dr. Sten, who is just absolutely on fire. He just went over 100,000 subscribers recently. Then you've got Leron, who just hit 50,000 subscribers recently. He's on fire. And then you got Roger Wakefield in here. He's starting to get that ball rolling himself. And he's, man, I love it. I love it. I love it. I love seeing people hit that stride, man, and just start to take off. That's so exciting. Niche down. Yeah, there's anyone in here right now who's like, oh, I want to do a little bit of this on my channel. I want to do a little bit of that on my channel because I want to, but I want to grow fast. No, it doesn't work that way. Variety channels, for most of you, are going to grow incredibly slow with variety channels. If you niche down hard, really hard, go look at any of these guys' channels right now that I just mentioned. Look at what they're doing. Look at how niche they are. That's why they're growing. I mean, it helps that they're good in front of the camera and they're great at, having conversations with the camera. Plus they're networking, ticking all the boxes, man, ticking all the boxes. Excited for you guys. Next question. Blue-Eyed Tech. What's up, brother? He says, I sometimes notice blue hashtags above some titles. Do these hashtags help get more views? There's 2 trains of thoughts on this. You're talking to the ones that you talk about, the 3 hashtags that are above the title, below the video. I use them in a lot of my videos. I'll put the hashtag Nimminati, right? And I'll put hashtag DNimmin. Does it bring more views? I haven't noticed any difference between videos that have them and videos that don't have them. I just want it, like, for example, if people want, if you want me to see your video, notice your video, put in the hashtag Nimminati, because when I tap on that hashtag Nimminati, it pulls up people who are wanting to share their videos. Otherwise, I might have a hard time seeing your video. And that's kind of why I put mine up there. The other train of thought on that is if you give people a reason to leave your video, it might hurt your watch time, your audience retention. Oh, I wonder what that hashtag means. They click on that, boom, they're gone off your video. They're down the wormhole. So, right, there's 2 sides to that. You're going to have to test it to see what works for you. I mean, it's not going to be a game changer. It's not going to move the needle anywhere, if that's what you're thinking. I don't think it's going to hurt either way. I do it just more for like community stuff than anything. Let me jump in the chat, see if anybody's using that. Hashtag Cat5. Roger, what are you talking about? Yeah, so Leron says, I use hashtag the techie guy, so it's my thing. Right. It's just kind of it's an easy way to let people see more videos. Right? Like, oh, hashtag, the techie guy. Even if they do tap on that and they leave that video, they're going to be presented with all of Leron's videos that he's dropped that hashtag on. And there's a good chance that they're going to go watch one of them, so he'll pick them back up somewhere else. You might get a little drop there in audience retention, but really, tomato. Recycled dude, what's going on? Doll says, hashtag blind writer. Yeah, that's cool. Leron says, I can show you that hashtags connect all my videos, and YouTube loves that too, as far as forces a relationship. Yeah, that I actually didn't even think about that. It does build that relationship between various videos. Netta's Nook, how are you doing? I hope you were doing well. Next question is from Ronaldo Games. It says, hey, how you doing? I'm doing great, man. How are you? It says, I just wanted to know how to get off on a good start as a beginner. Wow, okay. Getting off on a good start as a beginner. Now, you are a gamer based on your, Ronaldo Games. Getting started as a gamer, if you're just getting the ball rolling, I would put in a lot of research, look at the game that you want to play, and say, okay, what's not getting served here? Hey, Mariam Harvard, thank you so much. You and Nick have helped me so much. Thank you. I appreciate the super chat. Think about what part of this game is not getting served. Is it something, because everybody's doing, play with me. Everybody's doing that. But is there anything in the game? Is there a niche? Is there a niche within a niche? Is there something a little bit deeper in the game that you can do? Because if you're just coming out and you're doing the exact same gaming videos that everyone else has, you have an uphill climb. I don't want to say it's impossible, because it's not, but it's going to be slow climb to where it is that you want to go. You also got to be really entertaining. You've got to be a good gamer. So you're going to have to put in the work, tons of research. That's what I've got for you. Research, research, research. Try to find something in the game that people are not doing. Try to find an audience that's not getting served and serve that audience. Be tough as a gamer. Insta videos, how's it going? What should I improve? Probably everything. I don't know. I'm not looking at your channel right now. Everybody can do better at all things. So let's just say that. What can you improve? Everything. We can all improve everything. Roger, what is that? Jeremy says, half inch wide and a mile deep. It works. Yeah, exactly. Half inch wide and a mile deep. Hey, Heidi, how's it going? Nice to see you. Paranormal white noise. How are you? Teach. That is what people are looking for. Yeah, that's the thing. If you can teach people. So Nick and I have a friend. We've talked about him quite a bit on Nick's channel. He teaches people how to beat certain characters. He plays them. I believe it's one of the Marvel games. I don't even know what it's called. But his whole channel, and he's growing pretty fast too. All he does is he teaches people how to beat characters. That's it. He's not saying play with me. He's not doing walk. All he's doing is let me teach you how to beat these characters. And he's growing really fast because of it. Truckin' Driven, how's it going, man? Thank you. He says, what's up? Do you mind reviewing my channel art? Either way, thanks. Yeah, I will take a look at your channel art. I'm not going to pull it up on the screen right now. Hold on, but I will have a look on my browser. So I'm not really, I've got one channel review that I got to do from last week, but I want to look at yours really quick because we've pulled you up before. Let's see here. Let me see if I can pull this up on my browser, on my screen here. Browser, window browser. Give me 1 second. My phone, so I've got this dongle, right? I've got my iPhone here and I've got the Apple dongle, but I'm having a lot of problems with it. And it's like disconnecting a lot. It's been going on for weeks. And I got a second one and that one's having problems. This is a new one and this one's having problems as well. So I'm starting to think I might have a problem inside of the iPhone itself. So I'm going to see if I can just pull you up here. Give me 1 second. If we do window capture, let me see if I can pull you up here. Properties. Where you at? Trip. Okay. Boom. Boom. Okay. I'm going to pull you over right here. There you are. Stay driven trucking videos. Brother, I love it. I like your logo. That's cool. Stay driven. Love it. Trucking videos. It tells people exactly what your channel is about. You could go a little bit more into detail talking about like what about trucking videos? Are you teaching people how they can be truckers? Are you doing dash cam videos? If you could just go a little bit deeper into explaining what it is that you're doing on your channel with your trucking videos, I think that would be the win for your channel art. Other than that, I absolutely love it. Just expand out there on your value proposition. Trucker videos, that's pretty wide open. Fine tune that. But it looks good. It looks really good. G. Michael Jr. says, you need to see a professional for your dongle issues. Yeah, look, I've got dongle issues. What can I say? But this is the second one. So I'm thinking it has to be inside of the actual phone itself and not the dongle. But it's frustrating, really frustrating. Dongle. Yeah, I need to call it dongle. Hashtag dongle doctor. I'm never going to live that one down. Dongle doctor. Man, that's almost a channel waiting to happen. The dongle doctor. All right, next question. Fin Dominator, nice to see you in here. What parts of a video would be considered boring parts that I should edit out? That's a great question. So editing out boring parts of the video, this is what makes people great. Leron, yes, I've changed the only thing I have not changed, Leron, is the actual cam link that it's plugged into. But if I plug a camera into it, it's fine. Change the HDMI cable, change the dongle. My Android works fine. Yeah, I don't know. I didn't know you could buy a new dongle. Yeah, this is going to go dark really fast, guys. Let's pull this back in. Central Florida prepper, how's it going? What part of the videos are boring to get cut out? So this is where experience comes into play with being a better editor, and the best way to become a better editor is to edit more videos and to pay close attention to your audience retention reports. You have to, if you want to learn how to edit out boring stuff, Go into your audience retention report, look at every single, sizable drop that happens. Go back to the video, because I think you're on a mobile phone, if I'm not mistaken. Go back to the video to this time spot and say, okay, what did I do here? What did I say here to cause people to leave? And then say, okay, for the next video, I'm not going to do that. And you got to keep doing that. And you got to keep doing that. You got to find these spots, and you got to look for patterns. Look for, okay, every time I do this, people leave. Every time I say this, people leave. Every time I show this, people leave. You got to cut that stuff out. Becoming a great editor is learning how to trim the fat out of your video. And it's never going to be perfect. It's never going to be perfect. You're always going to be in a constant state of trying to hold the viewer's attention. No matter how good of an editor you're going to grow into, or you're going to become, you're always going to have people that are going to leave at certain spots for most things. But you got to be the best that you can and eliminate that as much as possible. Yes, Leron, it wouldn't be a D Nimmin stream without going to dongle dark. Yeah, dark dongles. Yeah, we're gonna we're just gonna move to the next question before this gets weird. Premier League news now. It's another Matt Hayes. Okay, says, hey D, Matt Hayes, second channel here. The channel is niche expansion, if that makes sense, on my first channel. Should I go with the same branding or try to keep them separate? So if you're expanding off of your first channel, so if you're doing football on your main channel and your second channel is a spinoff and you're still doing football, then I would, what was the question here? Same branding. I might go with similar branding, not exactly the same. I would let them know, but it's by the same person. So the people who like the other channel, they're like, oh, it's by this person. For example, Peter McKinnon opens a second channel. Whatever this channel is, by Peter McKinnon or something like that. Oh, that's. I mean, you would know because he's in the video. But perfect example. David, how's it going, brother? I haven't seen you in here for a long time. Hope you are doing well. And I do apologize, David. The bot just accidentally deleted your comment. That was not done on purpose. Learning to use analytics is super important. I actually don't even know why that got deleted. So I'm using this Streamlabs bot to delete certain comments based on keywords. And it just has a mind of its own sometime. And right now that's happening. So apologies, guys, if you're getting accidentally deleted by the bot. Oh man, David, sorry about that, man. You get timed out. Sorry, I'm going to have to disable the bot. We're going to have to disable the bot. It happens. It's been happening a lot. I've got dongle issues and I got bot issues. I am the bot. Oh God. All right. Next question. This one comes from Aisha Shasha, who says, D, hey, how you doing? Thanks for always giving us some awesome content. My pleasure. Question. When using Streamlabs on your phone, can you set a thumbnail and title beforehand? You cannot set the thumbnail currently. Sometimes you can set the title. I haven't figured out what the trigger is to make that title show. But sometimes when you open the Streamlabs mobile app, even if I force close it, it doesn't always happen. But sometimes it will open up and it will ask you what you want to do with your stream and it'll let you put a title in there. Sometimes it doesn't. I don't know what's going on. Hey, Croatian Wolf, how's it going? But yes, sometimes. But I have one better for you. I want everybody who is into live streaming on their phone right now. I'm going to show you an app. Let's see if this is even going to show up. Okay. This app right here, Prism Live. You see this little triangle one right here? Boom. See that right there? Prism Live, that one. Oh, hey, look at that. If you're wanting to live stream on your phone, look at Prism Live. It's free. It's available for both Android and iOS users. And you cannot add your thumbnail, but you can add the title. And from when I was speaking to the developer, I believe the thumbnail is coming in the future. They're going to be able to add descriptions in the future, but you can definitely add the title. It's got a lot of cool features in it. It's free. Go download it. It's fantastic. 2 Ds, yeah. I mean, the Nimmin test flight, what are you up to? Yeah, so test flight is where you beta test apps. I'm happy to beta test apps. Yeah, download now. Yeah, it's a great app. It's a great app. On my other channel, on my test channel, I think, yeah, Christina was in there when I was doing a test of this app and doing a live. You know what? Let me see. I can't turn this vertically. I can't, hold on here. I can't turn this vertically. Let me see what I can do here. Give me a second. What can I do? So one thing that you can do, so you've got live, you can go live. It's also a video editor. It's a basic video editor. You can record your own video and you can edit video. And it's also a photo editor as well. It's kind of a 3-in-1. But here's the really cool thing about this app. And for, let's say if you're streaming on Facebook, and I'm not even sure what all platforms you can go on to, but let's say you're streaming on Facebook, you can multi-stream to other platforms as well. So you can stream to multiple platforms from this app. But be sure to check the terms of services for all the platforms that you might want to restream to, because I know it's against some terms of service. It's against some platforms. It's against their terms of service to multi-stream to their channel. So check that out. Make sure you read their terms before you dig into that, so you don't get bit on that one. Yeah, Prism, it's dope. Android and iPhone. If I'm not mistaken, it's also available on your desktop, I think. It's against the Twitch terms of service, right? So that's the thing. Anytime you're doing any of this stuff, you have to go in, you got to look at the terms of service to say, okay, can I do this? Can I not do this? Because you might get your channel deleted, right? You could get in trouble by doing that. So don't just go in and start blindly doing that. You've got to know the terms of what you are uploading for. Lily Tree says, D's real twin revealed. Yeah. But if you're having problems, Streamlabs is also really good. Streamlabs is great, but if you're having a problem with that app and it's not doing everything that you want it to do, check out Prism. And if you're an iOS user, I recommend checking out Switcher Studio. Again, no thumbs, but the cool thing about Switcher is for every iOS device that you have, and I know Roger was using it for a while, every iOS device that you have turns it into a camera. So if you have 2 iPhones and an iPad, you can use your iPad as a camera switcher and to run the entire chat and to put graphics on top. And you can use 2 iPhones to be the cameras, and you can switch back and forth between multiple cameras. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool. Next, and by the way, I do have a video coming on Prism. So those of you who are wanting to know how to use it and how to figure out everything in it, video's coming very soon on that. Next question. From Driven Trucking. What's a good view count percentage in relation to overall subs? Man, that's tough. That's going to vary based on your niche. Like what works for, my channel is going to be different than yours. For example, average 3,000 views or 10,000 subs. So there's a couple things to look at in addition to everything being different, right? Like it works for me, it's not going to work for you. Most channels that are growing right now are going to have a viewer ratio. So there's less subscribers, significantly less subscribers viewing my content right now, non-subscribers, than there are subscribers. Like I might be like 80% non-subscribers who are watching my videos right now and 20% subscribers. And that's what you want, because that means that YouTube is showing your content out to new people. If it were backwards, right? If it were backwards, that means that 80% of my subscribers are watching and only 20% non-subscribed. That means new people are not really seeing my videos. So you want that to be backwards. A lot of people panic when they see this. Oh my God, look at all these non-subscribers watching my videos. What am I doing wrong? You're not doing anything wrong. That's actually a good thing, because that's going to help you grow. So when you ask, how many views should I be getting for 10,000 subscribers? Man, you really can't answer that, really, because, and again, this is one of the things, like subscribers, as cool as it is to hit those milestones, if you have, 50%, 60%, 70%, 80% of your views are non-subscribers, then tell me how important that subscriber count is. It's great for social proof. A lot of brands want to see that. A lot of brands are wooed and wowed by the subscriber counts. A lot of brands are a lot of brands are wooed by that. There are certain brands, I've talked to them, they say, hey, we don't deal with channels under 50,000 subscribers. Like, okay, well, but I've got, 4 million views on my channel. When you get to 50,000 subscribers, talk to us. And that's where you're going to say, okay, well, I probably don't want to work with this brand. I mean, unless you really like the brand, because at that point, it's like, okay, you're kind of skewed. You're not looking at the right stuff here. But a lot of people get wooed by numbers. Dr. Sten says non-subscribers equals potentially new subscribers. Right. Like that's the audience that you want. You want to be targeting, like if growing your channel is your goal, right? Momentum. Your target audience is new subscribers or new people that are not yet subscribers. You want them watching your video, then it's your job to convert them into subscribers. Keep that ball rolling. Car Galaxy Studios says, build good value and content and subscribers will come. Yeah, it all comes down to making great videos, right? Pizza's tech time. Pizzle's tech time. Just want to stop by and say, hey, man, thank you. Enjoy your lunch. Speaking of lunch, Dr. Sten, please close your eyes right now. I need to, there you go. Zizzo says, do you feel like your camera is dropping frames? It's probably, it could be download speed on your end. I might be having an upload problem from now or from here. I'm uploading from Thailand. Our internet's not the best. We do the best we can. But I'm like 30 frames per second, I think. Close your eyes, Dr. Sten. Close your eyes. Little ASMR chewing for you. Apologize for that. Okay, next question. Popcorn versus candy. Do I need to keep my thumbnails consistent, or do I need to change them up every video? You definitely want to change them on every video. Every video should have a different thumbnail. And you should, okay, here's the thing about thumbnails. And this is, hey, Topic Ruben, how's it going, brother? Here's the thing. Basic practices wise, it's a good idea to have some sort of consistency with your thumbnail. Now, that consistency could be a font choice. It could be a color choice. It could be something you put on your every single thumbnail, right? But you don't want every single thumbnail to look the same. Now, best practice wise, that's the thing. Come up with your vibe. Come up with your idea. Having said that, please go test your thumbnails. Try to think of other ideas that you can do. I'm constantly using the TubeBuddy feature or the A/B testing feature to A/B test my thumbnails to find out. I'm doing one right now for my last video. I have one thumbnail. I think it looks good, but I'm testing it against another thumbnail to see if that thumbnail looks better. Now, neither one of these thumbnails that I uploaded fit with what I'm usually doing on my channel, but that's the look that I wanted to go for that thumbnail because I found that for that particular type of video, that sort of thing works best. So there's best practices, which is, yes, make them consistent, but then you got to take it a step further, take it upon yourself to test your thumbnails, right? Always be testing. Always be testing. Awesome, man. Bacon Noodle says, bro, your face looks like a chipmunk. Thank you. That's probably the nicest thing anyone has said all day today. You're going to go far in life, my friend. Very far. Oh, next question. Let's see here. Oh, by the way, yeah, you do want to change them in every video. Even if consistent or not consistent, you want every video to have a different thumbnail. The last thing you want is for somebody to land on your video page and all of your thumbnails look the same. A lot of live streamers will do that. Like you'll see, I use the same picture. Do you see? Wow. I'm not even going to show you what I dropped. I use the same picture where I'm holding my phone for thumbnails, but I changed the date inside of it. I could probably change the colors around or something like that, but I changed the date to let people know, okay, this is the date for that particular live stream. A lot of people during live streams, they just use the same thumbnail over and over. There's no date or anything. Yeah, that can be confusing for people. Yeah, can we get a way to go? Can we get a hashtag way to go D? Man, I don't even want to try to pick that up. That's a mess. Wow, we just made a mess. It happens. The beauty of live streaming, things falling. Yeah. So this is true. So I 2.5 weeks ago. So I've got this arm, right? This arm with the microphone on it. And I was just getting ready to go live, right? I don't know, 2 weeks ago. Just getting ready to go live. And I moved it and I didn't pay attention to it's a clamp on under the desk. Completely came undone. The whole arm came off and fell onto the mixing board like 5 seconds right before I was getting ready to go live. But it didn't break anything, surprisingly. Yeah, live happens. Who is we? Way to go, T. Yeah, you know, I break stuff. I break things. All right, next question. Moving right along. On average, how long does it take to become monetized after sending the request to YouTube? Central Florida Prepper. Another loaded question. So Hybrid Steel, I'm not sure if he's in here or not, but Hybrid Steel got monetized in 4 days. 4 days. It took me, I don't know, 2 months to get monetized, I think. People are all over the place. If you have been monetized recently, go ahead and type in how long it took you to get monetized. It seems to be all over the place. If you're finding, though, that it's taking, it's taking weeks, it's taking months, 5 months, 6 months. What I've seen a lot from, so Roger says it took him about a week. 2 days, 30-day reviews. So if it's taking you a lot longer, then it might be because they're having a second look at your channel. Maybe you have a history of copyright strikes, copyright claims. Maybe some of your content is questionable. So they're going back in and they're looking over your content. Anytime I see somebody contact Team YouTube on Twitter and they say, hey, I've been waiting for 6 months to get monetized, they'll say, oh, we're probably taking a second or even a third look at your channel. Light Ray Love from Pakistan. Love right back to Pakistan. 30-day review says, well, 2 days once they said they were caught up. Yeah. So for me, my 2 months was right when they first changed how things were going to be done with monetization. So they were really backed up at the time. Yeah, a lot of people do it in a short time. So happy when it happened to me in a year. Aisha, I think we are talking about once you actually apply to YouTube, not actually getting your subscribers and watch time together so you can meet the qualification, but to actually, hey, I'm applying to be monetized. How long does it take from that process on? XX Good Dogie, can you say hi? Hi, what's up? Oh, yeah. Cosm CO says, I'm looking to buy a mic arm that sits on the floor and not on the desk. That's smart. Or get the kind that has the post and you can drill a hole in your desk and put it in there. I know Nick and I are talking about, because we've got some studio upgrades that we're talking about doing here with the desk, moving the desk around. And I think I'm going to get rid of the screw here. I'm going to drill it into the desk. Beanie says, any idea when you'll have access to channel memberships? No idea. I know it's still a beta feature. Not everybody gets them. I think they are giving them out. I think it's over 30,000 subscribers to some channels. No idea. The blue compass. Neil, not sure what you're talking about with the blue compass. Oh, yeah, like a table umbrella. Yeah, exactly. It has a post, and then you just find the right drill bit, and you drill it down into the table, and you stick it down in there. Good to go. Patty Brassard, how you doing? Nice to see you in here. David, US in our hold on, any US in their doc. Oh, USNER doc. Sorry, I always forget how to say your name. Any useful thoughts on starting a second channel? We're thinking about starting a channel for our new trailer to document travel adventures. David, right now, van life, and your thing really isn't van life, it's more trailer life. But what I would recommend you do is go look at the van channels, the people who are living in vans, and find larger channels, sort their videos by popular videos, look at the topics, see if you can find patterns. Say, okay, I've looked at 20 of the best van channels, van life, and then I sort their videos, and like these are their top, these are the top 10 videos on all of their channels, and see if you can look for some sort of a pattern. And I would start off doing those sorts of videos, but make it focused on your trailer. That's how I would go after that. Hold on here. I think I missed something here in the chat. Nope, I'm good. All right, moving on to the next question. Oh, there it is. Sorry. Neil says the mic boom arm, the Rode R1 is not too good, but the blue compass. Oh, it's a blue compass boom. That's the name of a boom. Okay. It's amazing and hides the cables in the box with the section of the arm. Cool, man. Dude, if you get a chance, send me a link on Twitter or something if you can. I'd like to see that. Yeah, that's exactly what I would do, David. Because van life stuff, it's exploding right now. It's really hot. Go look at all the top stuff. Okay, what's getting views? Then I would kind of recreate that, put your own little spin on it. Next question. This one comes from the Sea Unicorn. This is tough. How to make valuable content. Okay. To make valuable content, you need to first know who your audience is. Who do you want to serve your content to? If you know the audience that you're going to serve the content to, then you know what the audience wants, right? Knowing your audience is like the most important thing, I believe. know your audience, and then give them what they want. And that's part of knowing your audience, right? I mean, it's easier said than done. But if you're here, look, let's say you're a vlogger. Let's say you're a vlogger. I'm going to the store today. And you follow yourself. Nobody cares if you're going to the store today. No one cares that you're going to the store today when you're just getting started. When you become established, when people know your name, when they get to know your personality, when they're part of the community that you've built around your channel, then they care, right? And I'm going to use Peter McKinnon as an example on this, because those of you who are fans of Peter McKinnon, you've probably watched him clean his garage, and you watched him chase a lemon down the road. Right? If a new channel started up and they said, hey, watch me clean my garage. And if you made the exact brand new channel, watch me clean my garage, and you did move for move everything Peter McKinnon did in that video, no one would care. Why would I watch you clean your garage? I don't even know you. I've never seen your videos before. I don't know you. Nothing about you. I don't care. I don't care. I don't want to follow you to the store. I don't want to watch you clean your garage. Right? It's tough. That's not adding value. And we're getting off track here, but once you build a name for yourself, yeah, I'll watch you clean your garage because I love your personality, because you make me laugh, because you're entertaining. It's a weird transition that happens when nobody knows who you are, nobody cares. Once they get to know you as a person, then they care. It's the same thing as a stranger walks down the street. You don't care what's going on with that stranger's life, but we got a dead mic here. Hold on, guys. All sorts of technical difficulties tonight. How did that even happen? Yeah, technical difficulties. I'm knocking stuff over here. I'm dropping M&Ms on the floor. I'm knocking an iPad on the floor. I'm going to hold my Gatorade here. I'm going to put this on the other side, right? So I don't know where I left off on that. Yeah, battery funk. I need to change my Be Right Back music. Okay, Heidi, I'll look into that. So yeah, live streaming happens, right? Streaming happens. So like, the stranger walking down the street, you don't really care what they're doing in their life, but your best friend, they're doing something, you might be interested in that. So that mind shift is going to happen. But if you're just starting out, you're like, hey, how am I going to add value? Watch me do something, me. That's not how you add value. When you know your audience, then you got to say, okay, what do you want? What can I give my audience that can provide value to their lives? Can I make something that's going to help them? Can I solve problems for them? Can I show them how to do something? Can I teach them how to do something? Can I entertain them? Can I make them laugh? Can I empower them? Can I motivate them to do something? That's providing value. So value goes one way, right? Value goes from you to the viewer, to the audience, that you have to think about who that audience is in the first place. Value doesn't come from look at me, right? Pay attention to me. Look at what I'm doing. Over here, right? That's not providing value. So take it the other way. Think about how you can do things and make videos to help the audience. But you got to know who that audience is in the first place. Think about who's going to watch your videos. Bubble Nick. Yeah, Car Galaxy Studio says, that's how storytelling came about. Yeah, it's about the people. It's always about the audience. It's why it's important to know who your audience is, right? Who's watching your content, and then how can I make their lives better? And that's a wide thing. There's a lot of things you can do to make people's lives better. Urban Explorer says, message you on Twitter before I forgot. Thanks, man. Some people like to be entertained, right? But providing entertainment, making people laugh, that's value. That's just a different kind of value, right? Maybe you just want to show people how to work out. That's value. Roger's in here, right? Roger Wakefield. He teaches people and plumbers how they can get on, he teaches plumbers how they can get on social media. He teaches homeowners how they can fix their toilet, right? Like, as weird as that sounds, that's value. That's massive amounts of value. Leron in here, who just hit 50,000 subscribers, teaches people, he teaches people all sorts of things, but he's growing recently, teaching people how to speed up their internet, how to get faster Wi-Fi, how to speed up their router in their home, right? Value. Dr. Sten, who's in here, She teaches people all sorts of health things, how to live better, how to eat better, how to be healthier. Costume Co. She does all kinds of things. She talks about movie costumes, and she brings people in and talks about making those costumes and goes over the details, right? That's entertainment, but it's also people who are into that sort of thing. You're sharing knowledge. That's also value. So keep it about the viewer, keep it about the audience, never about yourself. Patty is playing music. Doll says, I'm a terrible teacher. No, but you're an author, right? Like you're writing, you're sharing your stuff out there, right? The people who are responding to that, the people who are subscribing and they're watching your videos, what you write touches them in some way, so they want to be part of what's happening on your channel. That's value to them. All right, next question. Before I knock something over here again by accident. I'm all Butterfingers today. That's what happens when I don't get enough coffee. Sports 101 Gaming. Do impressions mean a lot? And if it does, what's a good click-through rate? Because I have a 7.6 click-through rate. And if that's bad, how can I make it better? Okay, so YouTube says on average, click-through rates are between 2% and 10%. So 7.6, according to YouTube's average, that's pretty good. You can always do things to try to improve it. You know, that 7.6 is good, but what if it was 17.6, right? Then you're going to have a massive spike in views. So always strive to make better thumbnails. Always strive to have a higher click-through rate. But in terms of average, yeah, that's good. 7.6, I would be happy with a thumbnail that was 7.6. I would probably experiment with it, maybe test with it and try to make it even better. But if that's as good as it could do, I'd be totally happy with that. Next question from Marie Adventure. It says, how can I get more views from the USA? I live in LA and I get views from Asian countries. Yeah, okay, so here's the thing, and let me look at your channel real quick. I also get a lot of views from Asian countries, and a lot of it's based on your topics. Let me look at your channel really quick here. New videos every day. First of all, it looks like you might be Asian. Yes, you are Asian. Okay. Green card. Okay. All right. So here you go. So hold on here. Things like green card family petition, right? That's not going to attract people in the USA too much. Some of the other videos will, right? Farmers market and that sort of thing. Hold on. I'm looking through your videos. Hold on. Learn ancient languages, Sanskrit. Midnight Train to Hollywood. Okay, so if you want more content from the US, and as I'm browsing through your stuff here, your content's kind of all over the place. You're talking about, hold on here, you're talking about like green card stuff. You're talking about, some of this is good. You're talking about goat milk with trail mix. You're talking about Kenneth Cole watches makeovers. So what I would do is I would eliminate, and it also seems like you're focusing really hard on Los Angeles. So I would eliminate anything that would cause any sort of confusion. For example, 5 days ago, you did a Q&A for green cards, right? A green card Q&A. That might not apply, like people who are searching for green cards, they might not be in the US. But things like take the midnight train to Hollywood, okay, maybe how to take the midnight train in Hollywood. Original farmers market, okay, that's good. Topic has a lot to do with it. Because I do everything on my phone, I'm still predominantly US, but I have, I have a lot of people from the Philippines. I have a lot of people from Malaysia, a lot of people from India, right? There's a lot of places in Asia who are, definitely coming up in my demographics. The US is still the dominating force, but that might change someday. But in terms of, okay, sup, watching from Shanghai with the VPN on, I'm guessing. Nice to see you checking in here from Shanghai. Super Noob, what's going on? MG Art, what did you miss? You missed me knocking a bunch of stuff over. You missed my battery dying. You missed all kinds of stuff. But in terms of, going back here, I'm just getting off topic. Marie Adventure, you got to think about focus. Every video that you make, that's not like, if you're just like, hey, I just want a US audience, then you need to make videos that's going to attract a US audience, whatever that means. If you're making videos that could attract people from overseas, then you will attract people from overseas. So just think, every single video that I'm making, who would want to watch this video? Would foreigners want to watch this video, or would Americans want to watch this video? If the answer is, you know, people from other countries might want to watch this video, then maybe ditch that. If your goal is you want more in the US, because, you know, for example, being monetized, you get more ad money from first tier countries. If you're in Canada, you're in the United States, for example, you're going to get more ad money versus if you're, you know, showing ads to people in Malaysia or in Indonesia or even in India, you're going to get a lower CPM on that. You're going to make more money on ads if you target places like the US and Canada. Informative info. Thanks, man. He says, I took your advice you gave me. How's my channel now? Okay, I'm not doing full channel reviews, but I'll just do a quick glance really quick. Let's say here, what do you got? The true, you know what? I'll just pull you over really quick. Again, I'm not doing full reviews today. Hold on. Window capture. Boom. All right, Gerard. Let's go. True Central. Informative info. Brandon Dilroy. Okay, so here's what I got for you. Just looking at your channel header. I'm not sure exactly what it is you're doing on your channel. You're giving me informative information. I get your name on here. I've got your upload schedule. All that's good stuff. I've got your name, but I'm not quite sure what information you're giving me. So if you want to fine tune that up in your header, just to tell me what kind of information, if you're doing political views, if you're doing daily news, like, you know, you've got Bill Gates visited Epstein in jail. So whatever it is that you're doing, define that. One sentence. Tell me exactly what type of news that you're giving me. In terms of everything else, I'm just going to look at these 3 thumbnails right here. I like your 3 thumbnails up top. I think they're eye-catching. Fonts are really easy to read. Super bold, nice colors on there. I dig that. So yeah, I would just go up and get some clarity in your channel header. That's what I got for you. Watching from Tanzania. Wow. Hahisia. Watching from Tanzania. Cool, man. Holding it down in Tanzania. Credit Fast. Hey, how you doing? Hope you were doing well. Chinik Kunmar. CPM. Yes. CPM. That's the price that you get paid per ads, and it's different all over the world. So even for me, so if I have, say, 40% of my viewers in the US, the ads that play on those videos are going to make more money than the 18 or the 8% of the ads that get shown in India, or the 12% that get shown in the Philippines, right? Those are not first tier countries in terms of ads. So if you can focus and make ads, if your audience is in the US, you're going to make a lot more money in ads. A lot more money in ads. And your niche has to do a lot with it too. Hold on here. Next question. What is the best app for making thumbnails? Finally, another mobile question. All right. The Sea Unicorn. What's the best app for making thumbnails? You have an iPhone. So I'm going to recommend PixArt, and I'm going to recommend Snapseed, and I'm also going to recommend the Canva app. Check out those 3 apps to find out which one of those makes the most sense to you. But those are the 3 that I recommend for iPhone: PixArt, Snapseed, and Canva. They all do things a little bit differently. If you don't have any skills, you're just starting out and you're intimidated by a blank canvas, then start with Canva. You start with other people's templates, and you can mold it, shape it, change the text, add your own images, and then save that out and use it without any issues of copyright. But if you want to start with a blank canvas, look at PixArt or look at Snapseed. But Snapseed's better at photo editing and basic thumbnails, but it doesn't allow you to do a lot of layers, and it doesn't allow you to work with transparent images. So if you have a cutout of yourself and you want to, do some, the typical cheesy YouTube thing that we all do, if you want to do that, you're going to need an app that works with a transparent image, and that will be PixArt. If you're on an Android, you got PixArt, and you also have Pixelab. Those 2. Huge, David says, huge Snapseed app fan after learning about it on this channel. Hard to post on Instagram now without Snapseed first. Yeah, David, so Snapseed used to be my app. That was the app. Every single picture, it doesn't matter what I do with it.
If I send it to my mother, I would run it through Snapseed. If I just, anything, Snapseed, right? I want to share something with my brother, I run it through Snapseed first. I've changed. Now I'm using the Lightroom mobile app. Every single thing that I do goes through Lightroom mobile app right now. I just find that when it comes to isolating colors and making moodier looks, I find Lightroom to be a little easier for that. It took me a while to wrap my head around it, but when I did wrap my head around it, it's like it's Snapseed on steroids. Urban Explorer says, I bought me the Sennheiser Me 2 Lav mic, but it's only TRS and not TRRS, so it only goes in mono into my Zoom. Interesting. I bought the Rode TRS converter, but it's still mono in the Zoom. Any advice? Send me a picture of how you're connecting it, and also tell me what Zoom you're actually using, because some of the Zooms will just input mono, and you'll have to take the source, duplicate the audio, do one hard left and one hard right, pan them, and then it will give you a stereo sound. But if you're like, I have a couple of Zooms in here. If you're just, you can also run it in, you can get an adapter to go from your TRRS, I believe, to an XLR, depending on the Zoom that you have. That might fix it. You have some experimenting you have to do with that. So Phantom Nation says Canva's better. Well, Canva's good. Canva's a solid app. I have an HN1. Okay, so you're going to HN1. That's what I want me to do. Okay. Yeah, so you might just have to, I have the HN4 and the HN5. For the HN1, I'm not really sure. I can help you look into that, but I would recommend just duplicating the track and just do hard left, hard right. You have to duplicate it in Audition. If I'm not mistaken, Neil, I think Audition has a feature that can actually take that track and do that for you. I think there's a feature that auto does that. Own Priority says, D, I have a question. How can I use a music video on my channel without getting into trouble? Anytime you use something that you don't own, you take a risk of getting in trouble. There's always the argument of fair use, where you're taking someone's content and you're changing it, you're making it your own a little bit. But in terms of like copyright strikes and copyright claims, YouTube doesn't care if it's fair use, right? If their AI flags it, or if the owner of the content files a claim or files a strike against you, YouTube doesn't care if it's fair use or not. They don't care if you try to say, hey, this is fair use. They don't care. Based on law, that's between you and the actual owner of the content. So to play it safe, you only use content that you own, or you become part of, like Adobe Stock or Storyblocks, or use Epidemic Sound or MusicBed for your music. Become part of these services where it's legit, you're protected, and you're not going to have issues with copyright strikes. Next question comes from, I don't know how to pronounce your name, XAITZ. It says, hey, D, should I watch other big YouTubers to learn what they do so I can get big? Getting big is not... You can watch the largest channels on YouTube every single day, and it doesn't mean you're going to get big. What will get you bigger is by coming up with a solid content strategy, by making videos that are valuable to people, by doing a lot of research to figure out, okay, whatever niche that you're in, did you tell me? Okay, you're a gaming channel. So yeah, I mean, you're going to have to be entertaining. You're going to have to be good at gaming, or you're going to have to be a good editor if you're not live streaming. Again, you're going to have to find a niche within a niche. Try to find parts of that game that aren't getting served somewhere, because all the big channels are doing certain things. What are they not doing about that game? Like I said before, Nick and I have a friend, his whole channel, and it's growing fairly fast. He teaches people how to beat certain players for a certain game. That's all he does. This is how you beat this player for a certain game. And because his channel is growing now, he's actually, I don't know what they call it, but he's in with a developer now where they give him characters before they release them to the public. So now he can show people how to beat characters that haven't even been introduced to the public yet. So his views are exploding on that, right? Because, whoa, how did you get this character? We don't have this character. How did you get it? And then he's showing people how to beat it. So, I would approach it that way. If I were a gamer, that's what I would do. What are people not doing in the gaming niche? And then do that. Next question. Okay, this is a big one. This one comes from Ginger's Doll World. Nice to see you. It says, I took some time off uploading, 2 months, to work on 7 weeks worth of content. Whoa. So I'm bulk filming, editing, etc. I want to be ahead so I don't rush through the videos. I'm hoping in 3 weeks I'll be ready to start uploading. I want to change my channel art. I recently changed my logo, so I'm updating all the thumbnails. Plus, I want to organize my playlist, change up my description box. But my question is, do you have any tips for a relaunch? Plus, while I'm updating the thumbnails, is there anything I can change on the video without disrupting the algorithm? Like sorting the tags, titles, descriptions, box, etc. Okay, so for videos that are currently driving views to your channel, if you have videos that are getting views, don't touch them. Never. Hey, Stanley, how's it going, man? Never touch videos that are getting views. Hey, Jamify. Right? You're getting views, don't touch it. If you touch it, you run the risk of, I mean, you could get more views, right? But if it's working, don't touch it. I would only go back and change things on videos that are not getting views anymore. Like, hey, these videos are dead. Yeah, change the title, change the description, change your tags, change the thumbnail. You might get picked up. You never know. In terms of a relaunch, Paul Peck Drywall is in the house. What's up, Paul Peck? In terms of the relaunch, just get your content up. Don't overthink it. You know, don't wait too long and think, okay, I got to do this big thing. Just start uploading content again, right? Upload content, upload content, upload content. That's your relaunch. You don't even have to do an explanation video. You don't have to say, oh, guys, sorry, I've been gone. You know, just get your next video up. Just get your video up and then move on to the next one, move on to the next one. Don't overthink it. Just get the videos up. Don't touch anything that's working. Next question. Subscribe to me. Nope. All right. It says, hey, D, do you know a video editing app where you can edit both video and audio? Yeah. KineMaster can do that. Power Director can do that since you're on an iPhone. Video and audio. I'm guessing you mean like you can cut them and move them separately. You can detach, like KineMaster, you can detach them. You can detach the audio track. Next question. Hooked on T says, I'm a new YouTuber and I recently hit 130 subscribers. Congratulations. One of my videos hit 2,000 views and I got 19,000 hours of watch time on it. Well, minutes, 19,000 minutes of watch time. I was about to say, whoa. How do I get them to subscribe and not just watch? Thank you. Okay, well, for the video that's getting the views, that video is already made. So there's not a whole lot you can do. You could, honestly, if it's growing, you're getting views on it, they're watching it, I wouldn't touch that video right now. But for future videos, ask them to subscribe, give them a reason why they should subscribe, right? Tell them what they're going to get, what value are you going to give them. Like I said before earlier in the stream, if I make a video that's mobile specific for YouTubers, one call to action that I would have is, if you want to learn more about being a mobile YouTuber, hit the subscribe button, followed by the notification bell so you don't miss out on future videos. Right? If you want to learn how to get more subscribers as a mobile YouTuber, hit the subscribe button, followed by the notification bell. Right? You see what I'm saying? I'm telling them you can get this if you subscribe to the channel because I'll make videos about that thing. So you need to make videos about that thing. Now, another thing you can do on that video, you could go down and leave a pinned comment. I have a video on this on my channel. It's a YouTube growth hack is the thumbnail. And learn how to write a pinned comment, and you can remind them there. Don't touch your description. Do it in a pinned comment. Say, hey guys, thanks for watching. If you want to XYZ, subscribe to the channel and drop the subscription link to your channel. That's what I would do. And then just any future video, you can say it. And you can also have visual cues like a lower third, a graphic come on to remind people to subscribe. I have that too. Next question is from the Predictor. It says, hey D, you may have seen my latest tweet about my rebranding. Yes, I did. Can you tell me a way to convey to my subscribers about me changing my channel name? Is making a dedicated video useful? No, I wouldn't. I wouldn't do that. I mean, if you're doing an introduction in your next video, you might say formally the Predictor, or just mention it in passing in your next couple videos. Hey guys, it's, you know, whatever your name is, formally that name, just mention it in passing. I wouldn't make a big deal out of it. Just make your content and keep on moving. Your subscribers who are there, they're going to recognize you. They're going to know it's you. And if they ask you in the comments, then explain to them in the comments. But in terms of video, no. Next question. Can you grow your channel without sharing your videos manually? So, okay, you're doing Android tech tutorials. By not sharing your videos manually, I'm guessing you mean like you're not putting it on Twitter, you're not putting it on Facebook, you're not putting it on Reddit. Yes, you can. Like a good video is a good video. A great video is going to rise no matter what. If you've got a great title, great thumbnail, great video, it's just a matter of time. If it's truly great, not if you think it's great, but if it's truly great, right? The audience decides this is a great title. The audience decides this is a great thumbnail, and the audience decides this is a great video. If you check all three of those boxes, your video will rise, right? It will happen. In terms of not sharing it out. Whoa, Cody Warner's in the house. What's up, brother? So some people think that's the only way to grow on YouTube. I disagree, of course. Yeah, I mean, you don't have to. Look, I share it out on Twitter and I share it out on Facebook. I stay out of Reddit. Reddit is like, by the way, Cody, man, looking forward to seeing you again at Vid Summit. Reddit for me is like, I tiptoe into Reddit because they'll either praise you or they will just eat you alive like a bunch of cannibals. Right? So other people will share my content sometimes into Reddit, but I generally stay out of there in terms of sharing. But you can definitely grow your channel, man. Like a great video is a great video. Nothing's going to take away from the fact that you've made a great video. So yeah, you can grow your channel without sharing your content out. And one of the worst things you can do is spam your content out. That's the worst. People going into Facebook groups, and Cody knows, love being here. Cody, thank you, brother. Thank you, man. Cody's got, no small creator Facebook group. It's a huge, huge Facebook group, and nobody wants people to come in there just spamming their content. Look at me, look at me, look at me, look at me. That's the fastest way for everybody to turn on you. That's the fastest way to get kicked out of a group. That's the fastest way to get blocked on Twitter, for people to eat you alive on Reddit or wherever else you're sharing your content. So, yeah, you can grow your channel without that. But by all means, you can share it out too. Just don't spam it. There's a difference between sharing and spamming. One thing that you can do on Reddit, what I found where people don't eat others alive on Reddit, is where it's helpful. Somebody's asking, hey, I'm looking on how to do that. Like, for example, I use Cody Warner, and here we go. Hold on, guys. What? All right, can you guys? So I just had to completely rebuild my camera setup here. Can you guys hear me okay? Is the audio coming through on this? I do apologize for that one. Wow. Bad audio? Oh, the mic is bad. Okay, hang on, guys. Just crackle. Amazing. Okay, hold on. Audio. So maybe capture device. Tilting the monitor off. View capture device. Capture device. How about that? Is that working? Is it better? Still bad audio. Live happens. This is great. Nope. Okay. Video capture device. Gone. Why would this happen here? Video. Okay, hold on here, guys. Hold on. Video custom audio format. Nope. So really use custom. Nope. Robot voice. What is going on? This is robot voice. What is going on? That's audio. Monitor off. Video capture device. Nothing? No? Still? Tech issues. What is going on here, Mike? Video capture device. Nope. This is great. Let's see. 1, 2. Where are we at? What about that? Any better? Do you guys say, Luke, I'm your father? Nothing? Nope. Can almost hear you now. What is going on? Guys, hold on. Try to audio. Capture intro song. Nope. All right, guys. I'm having some technical difficulties. I do apologize. I'm going to have to wrap this up. I'm having some issues here, guys. Unplug and replug. Yeah. Sound effects. It's not the mic. I'm using a different camera. It's something. It's a camera that I normally don't use here. No. There's no filter on. Hold on, guys. Your capture device. 1 second. Gain. No. Gain is removed. Sharp. Color correction. No. Nope. Don't worry, D. Filters, copy filters. Live happens, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. We're not showing custom resolution. What's it measurement? Video format. Any buffering auto detect. Capture audio only. Desktop audio. Custom audio device. How about that? Is that better? Better? Boom. Woo! Look at that. Wow. First of all, and as I got low light right now and this thing is crooked and my OCD is going to drive me crazy, but live happens, ladies and gentlemen. This is the beauty of live streaming right here. Gear breaks. So my main camera over here completely overheated. That's never happened. It's the first time that's happened. That's never happened before. But my main camera overheated, just completely shut off on me. So it wasn't even a battery issue. So I grabbed another camera that we have sitting over here in the studio, and I just set it up really quick and did all that. So there we go. So before I was so rudely interrupted by my technical problems, I was talking about Cody. And the question was, it's getting hot in here. That's right, Roger. The question was about sharing your videos out manually. And I was talking about one thing that you can do, like on Reddit and even Facebook, is you want to help people out. If people are asking like, hey, how to do something, like, hey, I'm looking to figure out how can I fix my toilet? I've been doing everything. I might go to Roger's channel and I might find an appropriate video and share Roger's video. A lot of people ask me, I'm asked constantly, hey, how do I become a better mobile vlogger? I'm constantly sending people over to Cody Warner's channel, because Cody has found a great way to add value as a vlogger. And it's not look at me, look at me, look at me. He's adding real value over there. He's empowering people and he's motivating people. He also does tutorials over there. He explains his business practice and how much money he makes and how he does things, like massive amounts of value. So I'm sending vloggers over to Cody because, look, it's not about you going to the store. It's about how you can add value to people. So if you are, moderators, or Cody, if you're still in here, please, somebody drop a link to Cody Warner's channel. Leave it alone if it's not working, if it's doing well. Yeah. So yeah, somebody please drop a link to Cody Warner's channel. Like if you are a vlogger, hey, Matt, how's it going? RPM Nexus. Right. If you're a vlogger and you're trying to figure out, hey, how do I get going with this? This is the guy. Hey, there it is. Car Galaxy Studio. This is the guy that you need to watch. Massive amounts of value. That's why he is who he is. That's why everybody knows Cody Warner, right? He's a great vlogger, and it's his approach and his personality and all that stuff that makes it great. So if you're dropping other people's videos to help them, that's not spamming, that's actually helping people. But you don't want to go in and just start dropping your own comment. That's the fastest way to get kicked out of every group on the internet. Paul Peck says, or if you need to fix a fist hole in the wall after technical difficulties. Yeah, I'm just glad I got it fixed. I was just about to wrap it up and call it a night. But yeah, I just unchecked some things here on Streamlabs and away we go. Okay, so Sweeney Dunstan, you're going to hate me, man, but because of this new setup that I have here, I don't think I can pull your channel up. So I'm probably going to owe you again. I'm going to mess with this as I'm talking, Sweeney Dunstan, if you're still in here. But because of this issue, I don't think I can actually get my phone in here right now. So solar flares, guys. That's right, Samuel. All right, next question. And by the way, for everyone who hung out and you didn't leave during that catastrophe, thank you. Much appreciated. Next question is, okay, that was your question. Yeah, you can grow without spamming your content. So Dr. Stin says, do you know the niche with the highest CPM? I do not know that, Dr. Stin. However, Roberto Blake would be the person that you would want to speak to with that. I bet Roberto can probably give you multiple niches with the highest CPM. So Roberto is the dude for that. Next question comes from Jamify, who says, hey, do you know how to help my channel get found by more people, excluding keywords in a description? No, okay, YouTube gives us all of these tools. They give us a title. They give us a place to put a description. They give us a place to put tags. They give us a place to add a custom thumbnail. They allow us to add cards and end screens. They allow us to add pinned comments. They allow us to reply to comments. You need to use every one of these things. If you're like, hey, how do I grow without adding to what you're asking me to do? Is you're like, hey, I want to put in the minimal amount of work possible. I want to be successful on YouTube. It doesn't work that way. You have to fill that stuff out. You have to put in the work. You've got to write keyword-rich descriptions. I mean, you don't have to write keyword-rich descriptions, but if your video is not getting traction, if you're not making videos that are taking off immediately, right? Because some videos, if you have TubeBuddy in your browser and you're looking on the sidebar, you can see the tags that other people use. Some of the top videos don't use tags. They don't have much of a description at all, but they're great videos. And this always comes back to making a great video. So if you're not making the outstanding videos that everybody's responding to, then man, you need your title. You need a good keyword-rich description to tell YouTube what that video is about. There's no shortcut there other than making amazing, amazing videos. 30-day review says, how do I grow without uploading or making any content? Yeah, that's pretty much what it is. MG Art says, I'm so lost and nervous on Reddit. Yeah. Reddit, I go into some of the YouTube things from time to time. I don't drop my own links in there. I'm not interested in that. They're pretty fierce on Reddit. But I like to answer some questions. But even when you're trying to help people, like new YouTubers, you try to help new YouTubers, and there'll be people that just come out of nowhere and just eat you alive with just wrong information. One of the things that happens on Reddit a lot is people will say things like, oh, if you use 3 seconds of a song or 3 seconds of someone else's video, you won't have any problems on YouTube. And they'll like battle with you. They'll like debate you on this thing. It's just wrong information. And people will actually get just vicious over this sort of thing. So I tend to stay out of Reddit. Let's see here. I'm going to jump into the chat because that would be the end of the actual questions in the form. Thank you so much. I'm going to close that down right now. So I'm going to jump into the chat. I'm going to answer a few questions here. For those of you who have been hanging out during the entire, what a stream it has been, right? I've knocked over stuff. I've spilt my water. I dropped my phone. The camera overheated. It's been one of those nights. But the show must go on, ladies and gentlemen. Glue Guns and Roses, how's it going? He says, I uploaded a video last night without tags because I was so tired to do it. I just added tags and the views went from 1,000 to an hour to 450. That's the thing, man. If you have a video that's doing well, I don't care if you forgot something. If it's doing well, don't touch it. Don't touch it. Don't touch it. Ever. Right? If it's doing well, you're getting the views, it's growing, man, leave that thing alone. Josephine says, what I do on Reddit is I ask, what are you struggling with? And if it applies, I answer and say, I actually have a video on that. Yeah, that works. If people are okay with that. Doll says, Reddit is so confusing. What other platforms can we use? Well, I mean, there's Pinterest, there's Quora. Of course, there's Twitter. You can do stuff on Instagram through your stories. There's endless Facebook groups. Endless Facebook groups. So yeah, Sweeney Dunson, I don't know if you heard my message before, but because my camera overheated, I just had to kind of redo how I was doing things here. And unfortunately, man, I'm going to have to get you yet again next week. Epic Ownage, you can ask me the question right now. I've closed the actual form. So if you got a question, let them roll right now. Let's get some of these out of the way. While I take a drink here. Josephine, I've closed the form, so that's no longer a thing. Quora with a Q, Josephine. Car Galaxy Studio says, ratings, D, it's great for things. Yes. And by the way, speaking of ratings, give this live stream a thumbs up. If you thought it was fun, if you had a good time, if you liked hanging out, if you've learned anything, if it's helped you in any way, shape, or form, go ahead and give this a thumbs up. I want to pull you guys up on Twitter. I know a lot of you retweet this. You know, I like to pull the phone up on Twitter and show things, but I can't do that right now because of what just happened. But thank you for that. If you didn't like it, give me a thumbs down. That's cool too. Thank you, Swinger Club Lover. Risky click of the day there for the channel. Dow, thank you so much. Car Galaxy Studio says, or if you are not going to Vid Summit. Yeah, guys, I'm so stoked for Vid Summit. I'm looking forward to meeting a lot of you there. Samuel says, what would be the best program that you would use to make thumbnails? Program or software? I'm going to go with Photoshop every single time. If you don't want to pay for Photoshop, there is Photopea.com, Photopea.com. It's a browser-based system of Photoshop, Photopea.com. It won't let me submit. Yeah, because I closed it down, Epic Ownage. I said, go ahead and ask your question here. No, PEA. On a phone, you've got PixArt, you've got Snapseed, and you've got Canva. On your iPhone and on an Android, you have Pixelab and you have PixArt and you also have Canva. Those are the ones that I recommend for that. And of course, you do have PhotoMix. PhotoMix is available. I don't like the Adobe. Okay, I love the Adobe Lightroom app, but all of their other apps for graphics, I'm not a big fan of them on the phone. I love Adobe Rush, the editor. Love Adobe Rush. Love Lightroom on the phone. I don't like the Photoshop apps. Not a big fan of that. So Epic Ownage, it won't, yeah, you just drop your question in the chat. I've closed the form down. It says, how can I put polls in videos or suggest videos in other videos in mobile? Okay, so if you need to access those features, and that includes cards and end screens, and where you add polls is the same place you would add a card. You have to go into desktop mode on your browser. Right? So try it in Chrome. If Chrome doesn't work, try the Puffin web browser. Not every browser is going to do that. And you have to go into the classic Studio in YouTube. If Studio Beta opens, you need to go all the way to the very bottom left-hand side and choose to go into Classic Studio. Once you're in a Classic Studio, you want to navigate and look for cards, and that will allow you to do polls and add cards. And they have another section for end screens. and it will allow you to do that. I have a video on how to do end screens, how to access that over on my channel. It's several months old though. Gloom Guns N' Roses, can you add a poll in a video? You can if you do it in the form of a card. In the form of a card. Aisha says, do you and Nick ever come to the UK like VidCon London next year? Maybe, possibly. Nick and I are going to VidCon Australia next month. Of course, we're always going to be at VidCon USA. I know they're having a VidCon Singapore in December that we might go to. VidCon London, I'm not sure. Possibly. There's a lot of things in the works right now that could lead us to going to VidCon London. So we'll see. We'll see. Exploring with the Nugget, what's going on? I never remember to add the polls in the cards. Yeah, go into the cards. You can add polls in there. Okay, guys, thank you so much. I'm going to wrap this up. Tech problems galore. I can't pull my phone up. So thank you so much for hanging out. Thank you for hanging out during the catastrophe. I know the audio's kind of out of sync right now, but thank you so much. I appreciate everyone who hung out and stuck out during the crash over here, the great crash of the live stream of the night. I appreciate it so much. I'll be streaming again Saturday over on Nick's channel, and again next Sunday over on my channel. My camera overheated. I don't know if I have to buy a new one or what's going on with that, but I'll get that figured out. So next week we'll get this stuff on point. Again, thank you so much. Thank you for the super chats. Thanks for the love, Sweeney Dunson. I still owe you one, brother. Thank you so much, and I will see you guys next week. Go on. Why are you still hanging out in the chat? Well, what are you guys still doing here? It's M&M time. Yeah, Nick, so what happened was the camera overheated. The camera overheated, Nick, and shut down. So I had to, I had to divert auxiliary power to the thrusters in order to get this thing back up and running again, and now I'm using one of the cannons. So, yeah, that stuff happens. Actually, what happened was Cody Warner came in here, and his energy fried the entire system. Cody comes in, everything goes up in flames. Everything goes up in flames. Go Cody. All right, guys, again, thank you so much. Go home. Go to sleep or something. Go do stuff. Get out of here and go make videos. Go make awesome stuff. Make amazing stuff.